Senator Graham, good to have you here. We just watched at the White House, Karine Jean-Pierre basically say, I can't talk about this. It's an ongoing investigation. But there are a lot of eyebrows raised by this. Everybody remembers the raid at Mar-a-Lago. And I just want to play this quick soundbite for you, Senator, if I may. This is Peter Doocy quoting President Biden when he was asked about the Mar-a-Lago raid. Watch this.
On these documents, how could anyone be that irresponsible? Isn't that what this president says about mishandling classified documents?
The president spoke to this personally. He spoke to this personally. He believes that classified documents and information should be taken seriously. He takes them seriously, and he was surprised to learn by any records.
All right, Senator, how are these two situations different? How should this be handled?
Well, number one, thank God for Peter. You got a room full of reporters, and he was the only person to ask the administration, oh, by the way, apparently there were classified documents in a closet in a room outside the White House that belonged to the vice president in his archives, and Peter was the only guy. They knew this 6 days before the election, and nobody said anything. So every conservative out there is completely disgusted with the standard that exists in America when it comes to conservatives and everybody else. So what I think if you believe a special counsel is necessary to assure the public about the handling of classified documents by Donald Trump, you should apply a special counsel to the mishandling of classified documents by President Biden when he was vice president. That's what I think. I think if you don't do that, it just reinforces the narrative that the media, by the way, you can't find this story anywhere really but on Fox. Morning, noon, and night, we heard about the raid on Mar-a-Lago and all kind of stuff about the classified information in the hands of President Trump and his team. You can't even find this on most networks. So the idea of prosecuting President Trump for mishandling classified information after this has gone down dramatically.
Well, to be fair, there were other reporters in the room who did ask questions about this. They were summarily shut down. And most of the coverage that I've seen in other places is about how very different these two situations are. They say, the former president was stonewalling, returning these documents. They had been requested. They've been negotiating over it for quite some time. And that's the difference. So comment on that for me, if you would, first, and then I have another question.
Well, number one, can you imagine if this happened? The bottom line here is that Peter did not get shut down. The more she talked, the more absurd the excuse became.
That is true.
The bottom line here, she also said that President Biden has done more to secure the border than any president. That's an out-and-out lie, and everybody knows it. So it's pretty frustrating right now. So God bless Peter for pushing. The answers given by the White House are nonsensical. If there's not a special counsel appointed to find out how this happened with President Biden regarding classified information, there is going to be a lot of it will hurt the country. Garland, if you're listening, if you thought it was necessary, Attorney General, to appoint a special counsel regarding President Trump, then you need to do the exact same thing regarding President Biden when it comes to handling classified information.
Well, I think that any fair-minded person who's watching this, and I hope he is one of them, would agree with that. You have to treat these situations in the same way. But it disturbs me, Senator. I mean, what's going on here? Either the rule is that you can't take anything out and you have to view it in a skiff, or you have to get permission. If you want to write your book, you have to go to a secure room to view it. So now we've got President Trump taking documents to Mar-a-Lago. We've got President Biden keeping things at his think tank. You've got General Petraeus took things home. You had Sandy Berger who stuffed things in his socks. I mean, most Americans go, is this the rule or not? And why can't these folks who we elect behave in a way that adheres to them?
Well, let's break that down. General Petraeus was prosecuted for turning over classified information. I admire him greatly. He made a mistake, but he was actually prosecuted turning over information to a reporter. Sandy Berger put classified information in his sock. So, yes, but here's what I believe when it comes to presidents. The idea of prosecuting a president regarding mishandling classified information is very problematic because they have the right to declassify. I'm calling for a special counsel. The point is you need a special counsel to investigate the Biden mishandling episode if you're going to do the same for Trump.
Senator, thank you. Senator Lindsey Graham, always good to have you with us. It would be great if people just abided by the rules and did things the way they're told. I think they should have Secret Service men who come in and observe when all the files are packed up and go through everything. We won't have these kind of problems. Thank you very much, Senator. Good to see you.